The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
Attorneys handle a wide variety of legal issues, but when it comes to a case involving death, that requires extra compassion and extra attention to detail. We've got Richard Smith here from Smith Injury Law to talk about it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Margaret.
First, you've been working with injured people and vehicle collision cases since 1987, but you say accidents seem to be increasing. What's happening in our area?
I think it's the increase in population that we're getting, people moving here from out of state. It's also all the construction that we're seeing on the interstates. And this people are driving distracted and driving under the influence. I've seen more DUI cases recently than I have in a while.
Yeah, it's a scary trend. And in cases that are involving death, you say it's especially important to work with an attorney who has experience identifying all the available insurance coverages. Why is that so important?
It's very important because the last thing a person wants to do when they've experienced some horrific tragedy of losing a loved one is to think about calling a lawyer. But oftentimes it's evidence that's there that could be lost if you don't immediately look into it, especially if there's any issue of fault. You want to make sure that you get the experts that are needed to make sure that evidence is preserved in your case.
Yeah, the sooner the better. I know you had a recent client you were telling me about who was given the wrong release by the insurance company. What happened there?
It's a good example of why you should never try to handle a case by yourself. Client called us after they had already received an offer from the insurance company, and we were retained and we helped them settle the case on the extra coverages that they had available. But they were given paperwork from the adjuster. If they would have signed that paperwork, they would have lost their right to pursue the underinsured coverage. It's very big, important coverages in these cases.
Yeah. Well, the big takeaway here is even though the last thing a grieving loved one wants to do after an incident like this is to hire an attorney, but delaying that can really damage the case, and you need somebody on your side, right?
It's very important. And we also help with the probate matters and that sort of thing associated with the death claim. Every death case in South Carolina must be court approved. So it's very important that we do those kind of things. And it's very hard because if you have friends or loved ones who've experienced that tragedy, that's the last thing on their mind. But you don't want to lose evidence or let go certain defendants that are available that you don't know about.
Yeah, that evidence is crucial. Experience really matters in these cases. And at Smith Injury Law, you handle vehicle collision, you handle personal injury, workers' compensation cases, and Social Security disability claims. Anything else you want us to keep in mind before we go?
Just know that you're always going to get our best effort. If you call us, we're going to take care of you. We're going to treat you like a person, not like a number. And we're here for you when your time of need, especially when you're dealing with some tragedy like that. It's very important that you have somebody who can look at everything and make sure all the insurance coverages and all the defendants are properly considered, and you don't make a mistake and settle the case without that information.
You're great to work with, and people are happy to have you on their side. Your number's on screen now. People can get in touch with you by calling 300-HURT or visiting 300hurt.com. Richard Smith, Smith Injury Law, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Margaret.
Now